Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Modi with OddsJam. What we're going to do in this video, we're just going to get some early bets in for tomorrow's MLB betting slate. Did some research here, have a lot of, or not a lot, I have a couple plays that I like. To do a recap, so I didn't have any plays that I'm recording this today, Saturday. On Friday's plays, I went 1 and 2. 0 and 2 on the on the player props, but I did hit the plus 190 run line, which was nice. Unfortunately, down slight $15 here. So still down overall since I started the new strategy, but working my way up after a pretty horrific start. So for the slate that I have for you guys for tomorrow, I'm very excited in. Of course, I get all of the bets that I place from the OddsJam Positive Expected Value page. I have been struggling overall with baseball. I don't want to hide behind that, but I have been working on a strategy that I think I have found some success with. So we'll track it, see how it goes starting on the 21st, and we will go from there. So this first play that I think is really good is this Minnesota Twins -1.5 run line, plus 115 on DraftKings. So there's a couple reasons why I like it. Let's talk about the math first. So again, we are betting it at plus 115 on DraftKings. The OddsJam line, which you see here in this column, this is pulled from the most accurate bookmaker in the world. It has the most efficient betting market. So these lines that you see for the OddsJam line are generally going to be viewed as the quote-unquote true line. Of course, to get an accurate representation of what the sportsbook truly prices the odds at, what you need to do is remove the VIG. The VIG is essentially just the juice that sportsbooks price up odds. You see here no VIG odds. So this column here gives you the odds with the VIG removed. And yeah, basically how it works is sportsbooks, they don't charge a transaction fee. Instead, what they do is they just charge a juice. They price up the odds themselves, and that's how they make their money. So like I said, removing the VIG gives you the true line, gives you the true representation, which in this specific example is priced at plus 108. Again, we are betting it at plus 115. So that gives you a profit margin of roughly 3.3%. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in my spreadsheet before I forget, 3.3%. Now, there's a couple things I like to do before I decide to actually go in and place a bet. Aside from it being mathematically profitable, which I know from just being on the Positive EV page, I like to open the links in a new tab and just see what everything is priced at. And we see a pretty decent discrepancy between all the books. So DraftKings has it at plus 115. Again, the OddsJam line has it at plus 103. And every book has it closer to the OddsJam line, except for Caesars at plus 110. So pretty much every book is in agreement that this should actually be priced roughly plus 105, plus 103, whereas we are getting it all the way up at plus 115 on DraftKings. So to me, that makes it a really valuable bet. Anything for baseball that is above 3%, that is within 25 cents market width, which is this column here, is going to be fair game. So, so the market width, just to touch on that for a couple seconds, this is essentially a measure of the confidence in the line. The lower number, the better, and anything 25 and below is fair game for a game prop. Player props are treated differently, but I don't have any player props today, so I won't get into it. But this is something that I will be taking. My calculator, which this is just the Kelly criterion method, it basically gives you an exact amount to wager based on a couple factors. For me, this is just under a 3-unit play. Can go ahead and round this up to a 3-unit play, which for me is $75. So I'm going to go ahead and put $75 on this one. So it's Twins minus 1.5 run line. This is going to be the 26th. I'm going to put $75 on it at plus 115 odds. And these two columns here, G and H, so the expected value percent, like I said, is basically your profit margin. Basically what you can do, if depending on how much you put on it, which again I put $70, is you can actually determine how mathematically profitable your bet is in terms of a dollar figure. So eventually you will see the net profit start to equal the total profit. Obviously, I'm still working on a negative ROI, which I'm assuming is going to change as the season goes on. And we'll notice that since I started tracking it on the 21st, my expected profit will start to equal my net profit. That's kind of how it works. So I like it for math reasons. I also like it for just regular baseball reasons, for handicapping purposes. Number one, the Twins are just better than the Rockies. Like, the Rockies are in last place in the NL West, which is a pretty good division, but they're still in last place at 31-40. Their last 10, they're 4-6, so struggling there. And the Twins are a pretty good team. The Twins are pretty decent, so they're 39-33, so a better record overall. Granted, they are also only 4-6 in their last 10, but they have a plus 23 differential where the Colorado has minus 61, which is really bad. They also have the pitching advantage, and they are the home team, so there's just a lot in favor of the Twins, which is why I like this one, which is why I took it and put 75 bucks on it. So this is my first play, Twins minus 1.5, 75 bucks on DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, and here's the next one that I'm going to be taking. What we're looking at here is the Mets minus 2. This one is also on DraftKings Sportsbook. The odds here are at plus 165. So the OddsJam line, which is again the sharpest line in the world, prices this at plus 148. With the VIG removed, is priced at plus 155. So that gap between the plus 155 no VIG fair odds and the Mets line, which we're getting it at plus 165 on DraftKings, equates to roughly 3.73% profit margin. So go ahead and add that to my spreadsheet here, 3.73%. Of course, it's only 20 cents in market width, so it's well within range there. Opening up in a new tab, so there's only one other book to compare to. In this case, it was Caesars at plus 140, which actually has least favorable odds, worse favorable odds, however you want to word that, than what the OddsJam line has it here at plus 148. So this plus 165 is a true value, and we can also roughly gather that loosely based on what the 1.5 is priced at. Funny enough, they both, Caesars and DraftKings, have it priced at plus 120, but DraftKings has the minus 2 all the way up at plus 165. So pretty good value there comparing the two sports books. And the Mets, the Mets are the best team in the NL East. You know, the Braves went on a 13-game win streak, still couldn't catch the Mets. The Phillies went on, I think, a 12. I forget the exact number, but they went on a huge run. They couldn't even get close to the Mets. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They have the best run differential in the NL East. What I will say about the Marlins is they're up to the top of the league in one-run losses. So their point differential, their run differential, is actually better than what their record would suggest. But the Mets just have the NL East number. They're just the better team. So while the Marlins have the pitching advantage, I actually still like the Mets here. The Mets batters just absolutely rake, and I have a lot of faith in the Mets. And of course, the most likely scenario, well, not the most likely, but getting the Mets at minus 2 gives you the option of, if they win by exactly 2, obviously your bet pushes, so you don't, you just get that refunded. So this is going to be my second and final bet for tomorrow's slate. So it's Mets minus 2, alt run line. This is again the 26th. In terms of unit sizing, again, I use the calculator, which has this priced for me at roughly 55. So this is a little bit less in terms of dollar size, but because it's a less likelihood of hitting. So you see here, the win percentage on this one is 39%. If I go up to the Twins one, the Twins minus 1.5, the win percentage is roughly 50%. So you can see the difference there. So if I drag this down to get my expected profit, roughly $2.05. So hopefully these two bets hit. Hopefully I start to chip away at this loss, especially the loss since I started the new strategy, and we will see. But if you are tailing these, I'd love to hear it. Hit me up at my Twitter handle that is flashed on the screen here. Comment on the video. Let me know you're tailing that way. Other than that, please do the main 3. Like, share with your friends, and then subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. But that is all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.